Howdy, everybody. Nimoy LaCoy here, bringing you Love and Respect, Chapter 5. So, Chapter 5 deals with the fear of being the spouse to make the first move, to like get off the crazy cycle, because you're wondering, like, man, like what if I'm really loving towards my wife and she just keeps being disrespectful? I don't know if I can do that. And if you're the wife and you're like, man, how can I be respectful of this guy that's just so unloving? And and she has these fears of just being a doormat, just being walked all over by her spouse. So they're, both husband and wife, like, how do we get off this? Who's going to be the one to make the first move? Who's going to make the first move? Now, the answer that it talks about, the plain and simple answer, is the one that is the most mature will make the first move. Excuse me. The one that is the most mature will make the first move. And that's difficult, and it takes not being wrapped up in what is like me being right, or me being, it's not focused on myself, it's focused on my spouse. And for the one that makes that decision, you're focused on the spouse more than being right. And that's one of these, you have to we have to drop the attitude of, like, when we get into fights and arguments, we just want to win, or we just want to be right. And we just need to make sure, I need to make sure that I was right and you were wrong. That's not what it's about. It's now about restitution in the relationship. It's about making the one whole again. And that's right. We have to drop that attitude and we got to lay down that mindset of winning at all costs. Now, it may be possible, guys, for your wives to feel unloved because you spend more time playing video games than you do with them. And that's going to cause some issues. If your wife doesn't feel like she's number one in your life, if she takes back seat to video games, that's going to be an issue. And as has been a theme so far throughout these chapters, as I've been reading it, guys, we're going to have to take some time to put the controller down. Like, I like video games, I enjoy playing them, but we gotta focus on what's important in the relationships here, because are we going to sacrifice our marriage for video games, or are we willing to sacrifice our video game times for our marriage? Which do we want to do? Are we mature enough to do that, to say, hey, I need to lay video games on the altar for my marriage? So, something that just stood out to me as we were looking through Chapter 5, looking at them trying to be the mature one that gets us off the crazy cycle first. So, but yeah, Chapter 6, we'll see you next week.